Welcome back. The next match on the stream, EPA Tour, Beard Productions, here in the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool. Alex Lawrence, Jack Whelan. If you were watching earlier, I said JJ, who just lost out to Phil Harrison, would have to go into the losers qualification round. This is also the losers qualification round. On the losers side, slightly lower races to 5. Both have done well to battle through, and they're on the final hurdle to get back into the big show. Eddie with a great win in his last match over Eddie Barker. Just going to go on to Q-Score. The draw and the results are on Q-Score. If you want to check out EPA Tour 2020, Event 1. Alex lost out 7-5 to Gaz Royds. On the First Life side. His opponent, former Blackpool World Champion Jack Whelan, he lost out to Matt Brearley in the winners' qualification round. He lost 7-2 to Matt Brearley. I saw some of his matches earlier in the week and he was playing very well, so he'll be disappointed with that. But he knows he's got a second chance at success, getting through to the single elimination stage. The last 32 round is played this afternoon, and then the last 16 onwards is played on Sunday. Don't quote me if this is wrong, but I think it's 2,400 for the winner. 2,400 maybe. Worth winning. With the winners' qualification round coming to a conclusion, I can tell you some of the players that are through from the winners' side. I'll do that after this frame. Alex, I've not seen much of Alex play. I don't know Alex that well, I must admit. A bit of a chat with him last night, but don't know him that well, so haven't seen much of him play. That could have gone wrong, but he's still okay. Stopped just in time. Chip this in. He's got a bit of a big opening in the middle pocket now, is the only thing. Doesn't want to make sure he goes in off in the left middle. I'm sure he'll avoid that. A little tricky tracer shot side, which he does. Avoids the in off. Waits for the white ball to stop. 1-0 to Alex. So I was saying about the people that have qualified already on the winner's side. So just reading the winners down the list. Jamie Clements beat Sam Bircher. Dom Cooney beat Neil Kelly. Tom Cousins beat Aaron Davis. As we saw earlier on the stream, Rob Bourne beat Chris Hampson. Adam Davis beat Scott Anderson. Neil Davey beat Wayne Wotton. Josh Kane beat Carl Morris. Matt Brearley, as we said, beat Jack Whelan. John Chipperfield beat Dylan Leary 7-1. That's a great result for him. Ben Flack is currently beating Callum Singleton 6-3. Connor Tracy beat Christy Caulfield 7-1. Shane Thompson beat Glenn Cahir 7-0. Phil Harrison beat JJ4 7-6. Arthur Dad beat Carl Sutton 7-6. Clint Hansen beat Giuseppe D'Imperio 7-3. And then finally Gazroids, who beat Alex earlier in the competition, is 4-3 up on Matt Sellers. Bit of a speedy read through. You're more than welcome to go into Q-Score to check out the results of your favourite or least favourite player. Back to this match. Great start from Alex. I think it's fair to say he will be less used to playing on streams with the lights, cameras, action than Jack. But in that first frame he didn't look troubled at all. Nice little finish. And he's got a chance again here in the second frame. All the yellows go. It's kind of a natural order for them as well. Obviously a ball nearest the cushion looks to be his biggest problem. Would like to finish plumb straight on the one on the cushion after this one, just below the red. Got into it a bit too much. Yeah, he's ever screwed that by about a foot there, to be honest. But he's played a nice recovery shot, that's nicely played. Nothing to do with the white ball, just got to drop it in. Nicely done. Cracking start here from Alex. "2-0 in a heartbeat." What can Jack do? Big break for him. Needs a ball, gets a ball. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, I'm afraid, and this is awkward. There's problems all over the place here. The black's tied up if you choose not to take reds. There's red and the yellow at the top of the table. There's a little cluster bottom right. Jack having a bit of a ponder. Takes reds. Nice little shot. Develops his red, but possibly almost as important. Those yellows now don't go past it. Looks like he's going after his biggest problem ball now. The red at the top of the table. Just settles for getting it out. He's almost saying to Alex, you can't clear up from there. And to be honest, with those yellows bottom right and the black tied up, it'd be a heck of a finish if he gets them. Wonder how positive Alex is feeling. He can screw the ball he's next to now, screw it straight back to somewhere like the bulk line. And the ball in the middle of the table, he could pop that left middle and send the white down the table into everything. That's what he's played. A little bit straight. He keeps on looking at the angle over the bottom pocket, so I wonder if he's just going to try and roll the yellow above the red over the pocket or if he's going to... Oh, he's playing the reverse double, is he? Is he playing the reverse double to send the white into everything? No. I got a bit carried away there. If there is such a thing, that was almost a good shot. I don't know whether Jack can get through the yellows to pot the red in the bottom right-hand pocket. Oh, clever shot from Jack. Probably didn't want that in, if I'm honest. Plant. The two reds beside the black. The plant top right. Looking at it quite studiously. He's going to free his red over the far right hand side. That's okay, I think. I think he can get to the potting angle. It's a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight. If he can't pot it, he can say take the bag, but that's not the way Jack plays. He is looking again at this plant, and I think it's close as to whether this goes or not. Looking at it live, it looks to be as though it's aiming for the left-hand jaw. But there might be a gap between the two balls that possibly mean he can make it. Is he covering the bag or is he going for the finish? I think he's decided the plant isn't the way to go. I think the red...
Lee Kendall, Aaron Davis, table 3, please.
He's talked himself into going for the plant. So it looks very much like it's going to the left-hand jaw. Perhaps even outside the left-hand jaw. But there probably is a gap.
Right, table 12, please. Joseph Sison. Sam Bircher, please. Table 12. First table.
Gets it. Great shot.
Lee Washbrook, Cole Sutton.
This isn't easy though. Oh, he's missed it. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that.
Right, Lee Washbrook, Cole Sutton, table 6, please.
So Alex doesn't have to go game here. He can just roll one of the balls through over the pocket and get the snooker. It'd actually be a pretty tricky snooker because the black is blocking the up and down.
Table 10, Enrique Forgioni, Glenn Carr, please, table 10.
He went for the split. Oh, I tell you what, he's had a touch there. Wowzers. Left it in the jaws and... Oh, if that ball stays over the hole, Jack's got a roll in last red. Wowzers. He's actually sort of slightly embarrassed there. He's got his head in his hands in embarrassment. Don't get me wrong, he's not going to throw the frame as a apology. Can just roll the one on the bottom cushion in or over the pocket. Wouldn't be the end of the world if it just stayed in the jaws, to be honest, but you can't like it because he would have already played that. Perhaps just thinking a couple of shots ahead. Natural snooker if you miss this. Yeah, you could see he was trying to get as straight in as possible on the yellow to the bottom right. Probably sacrificed a bit of accuracy on the pot to do that. Jack hasn't got a lot here. I wonder if he can double it into the right middle. Actually a little bit of a bigger pocket to the right middle, with the yellow acting as a guide. I think that's what he was playing, if I'm honest, but he obviously didn't come out great. See what Alex thinking here. Could just drop this in. Could go. Oh, he's not played that well though. He's not played that well at all. If you're doing that, you might as well try to screw into it, but he's not played a great shot there, to be honest. He has an easy snooker if he wants to. I think he's just said to Jack that the yellow's off the cushion. Don't know if that means he's going to play a... Oh no. Play a snooker. You kind of get a free pot at this, really, and if it doesn't go right, then you can play the snooker. Oh, he's missed it. What's going on here? Alex started so well, now he's had a bad frame and played a couple of bad shots in a row there. Massive chance for 3-0. He could have just dropped that ball in on the bottom cushion. He's smiling to himself. His composure, focus seemed to go when he fluked a ball. When he fluked the ball bottom right, it sort of cracked him a little bit, and after that he hasn't been the same player he was in the first two frames. Oh my days, I've seen it all now. I've not seen Jack Whelan miss a ball like that. Wowzer, in a long time. The only thing in his favour is it's not an easy finish for Alex. It's a sensible shot. Don't know if it's a total or not. I don't think it is. Well, I have to confess, I had given Jack the frame, and out of nowhere he's missed that black. That's a good shot. It was just rolled. It's just rolled. I thought both yellows were going to be unpottable, but I think now Alex can pot the yellow and hold for the other yellow. But he has only played that thick into the pocket to hold it, and he's absolutely fine. Wow, what a black. Alex, although 2-0 up, had sort of half cracked with the way he played in that frame, and a bit like a golfer missing a putt, so key. Jack's missed a black that you would have lost a lot of money on in the gambling circles if you'd have backed that, because the odds would have been very low on him missing that. But 2-0 down, in the very best, feel pressure at some times. Some of the scores, there's one match remaining in the winners' qualification round, as you can see on the screen. Gazroids, the player that knocked Alex into the loser's side, 5-3 up on Matthew Sellers. First to 5, 3-0 is a great start from Alex. He did see signs of wilting under the pressure there, but got the win still. I think he was attempting to cannon the red and yellow together there beside the black. Didn't quite get it. Nice shot. Jack just choosing to slow down. The white just grazed the red before the cushion, I could see, and then hit it more fully on the way back. So not a foul, in other words. Having to hit a cushion after contact, of course.
Has anybody found a mobile phone? Amir, the Maltese guy's lost his phone. If anyone has lost a phone, found a phone, please come to the top table and give it to me.
Alex is trying to work out what to do with his hardest yellow, the one on the left hand side below the reds. Is he considering playing it off the side cushion with rakes of left hand side to spin into it?
Right, table 8, Amir, Riyad, Abaletti versus Rob Wall, please, table 8. Table 5, please. Can I have Neil Wren, Wayne Woodson, table 5, please.
Alex still finding the way to pot that yellow on the left-hand side. He's looked at the double before he was looking at potting it top right. Looks like the double it is. Double bottom right. Wonderful no before him. Incoming bottom left on the screen now. Ooh, no good. It was always tricky. Now, if Jack wants to get back in this match, these are the chances he's got to take. And realistically, where the yellow is now, bottom left, it's a great chance. Yep, nicely done. If he's going to roll this dead weight, doesn't really want it to be a skill shot, as in both balls going at the same time, because you wouldn't have a good position on the black. So he's controlled it well. Gets to put the white wherever he wants. Not 100% happy with that one. I think he thought he underhit that a little bit, and he probably did, but he's still okay. There we go. Whelan on the board, 3-1. Check out some of the scores. Winners of qualification match still going at 6-3. Pick out some more scores. Chris Hampson over Scott Pope, 4-1. Danny Davies over Paul Quick, 4-2. Sean Story, 3-2 over Tommy Lewis. Can Jack pot off the break this time? Yes. Right middle. Those second balls down, going into the middles, does look to be a very popular way of getting a ball. In the last match, Phil Harrison found a way of putting a ball into the middle pocket on regular occurrence. Slightly different there from Jack on the other side, but still getting the balls down. Alex was a double away from 4-0. But in not too long a time, I expect this to be 3-2 if I'm honest. I think Jack's a little bit straighter than he wanted to be here. I think he wanted a bit more angle to drift down the table. So he'll either have to play from distance by screwing it back, or from a bigger angle than he wanted by rolling it through. He's just looking now if he can roll it through to the other side of the table. I suspect the white's going to drift down the table a little bit as well. He's played it pretty well. Obviously doesn't want to leave himself behind the two yellows. Just needs to get out a bit. Nicely done. If anything, a little too hard. But I fully expect him to drop both these reds in and the black. Nicely done. Uses the black as a stopper. Even though he had slightly more angle than he wanted.
I'll just text all the ladies just now just to remind them, so I'll see you soon.
Yep, avoids the yellows nicely. And in a similar way to the last match on the stream, really. One player, perhaps the bookie's underdog, going into the match. Getting off to a great start. And the other player pegging them back. Game on. 3-2. It's a bit like the film Sliding Doors, that one moment for 4-0, where one shot causes the complete direction of the match. Not an easy chance by any stretch, but all the reds do have a pocket. Nicely done. If the red goes top right, and I think it does, then if we can just stun that in, the white will automatically drift to the left, and that'd be fine. Yep, nicely done. So in a heartbeat, Alex has gone from a double for 4-0 to being 3-all. And like the last match, we've got a best of 3. Only difference this time is the loser will be out. Three. Table looking nice. Arena looking nice, sorry. Players in their tour shirts. Very nice. Back to Jack. Didn't see a ball drop. Did I hear one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. No. What Alex is thinking here. Those two reds on the left-hand side look to be a little bit awkward to pot. Does that mean he's going to go for yellows? Just surveying the table. Having a bit of a think about it.
Can we have all the ladies down to the reception, please, for the meeting? Thank you.
He might have played an absolutely great shot there to finish with the perfect angle to prune his hardest yellow away, and that's actually not bad as well. I think he can drop the one on the bottom of the table in and maybe go forward a few inches. Yeah, roughly where he's looking now with his tip, and play the yellow top right afterwards. Just keeping it simple. Don't have to fire things around. Oh, he's got into that a bit. Cracky. Just demonstrating with his hand how much he's got into that. I think he might have gone too far. There was me saying keep it simple, and he's gone and rolled it through about 1.5 foot too far. Just smiling to himself, shaking his head now. Head down, resting on his hand. Not looking happy with that one. He just turned away from the table and shook his head at. Oh, not one of his best, that from Alex. Might need a small swerve to get it. I think he might be able to see a small portion. He just crouched down behind the ball to see if it will go. I think he might be able to see a small portion of the ball. So maybe one of those draggy, swervy shots might be in order, but obviously not where he wanted to be. Yeah, just jacking the cue up. Oh, I tell you what, if he's covered that bag, he's got lucky. No, he hasn't. Just a rush of adrenaline on the previous shot there from Alex. Few choices here for Jack. He's got the one in the middle of the table. The red down the cushion on the right hand side is a possibility because it prevent Alex from potting the yellow, but this is probably the shot, easiest pot. Nicely done. I'm sure he's going red right middle, red top right, then screw out to the middle of the table, probably for the far left hand red next. Looks like he has got a little bit of angle here, so I have to be a little bit careful how he plays this. He's gone for the move. Maybe he thought he had too much angle. Played it well. Just got there, I think. Which pocket is Jack going to play his last red in, I wonder? I think I'm favouring bottom left. But maybe it's middle left. Could even be bottom right, I suppose. I can tell which pocket he wasn't planning on playing it into. Top right. He's had a result there that could have gone anywhere. He's finished absolutely plumb, top right. Tell you what, he's not played a great shot there. That was always left edge, I'm afraid. What's he done there? He doesn't look happy with that one. I think he thinks that's rolled off. I'm not sure if it did, to be honest. I think it always looked left edge, but he clearly thinks it does. It did. I think Alex might be able to double kiss this ball in. He could play a good white ball anyway. Oh, it flew in. Unfortunately for him though, it's not an easy finish on. The problem he's got now is if he tries to keep the white on the top cushion somewhere, then Jack will have a relatively easy back double into the top left. Sensible shot from Alex. He actually played it very well, to be honest. Attempted the pot and knowing that he would have the snooker if he missed it. It's okay, just the wrong side of the yellow, but you can just drop it in, I suppose. Play from distance a bit. A little bit awkward queuing as well, king over the red. In the context of the match, a big shot. Chance to get on the hill. Gets it. 4-3. Jack will be fuming about that missed red. Has Jack Whelan played his last shot? Oh, didn't get a big split on the balls there, Alex. Gave him sort of a bit of a medium pace break, didn't put his full force into it, but all the reds have split out, that's for sure. In fact, all the reds have split out. Just a shame for him the black hasn't split out, really. I wonder what the plan is for the black. Is it a case of chip this down the cushion and send the white across the table in a straight line into the black? Have to make sure you get the red, otherwise you're going to be leaving everything on for Jack. It's a good shot. It's a good shot. Thought for a minute it hit this too much into the cushion, but still went in. Can he hold himself together? Last 4 balls for the win. Looks to be okay. He needed a bit of backspin, so he has to hit it a little bit hard to get the backspin. But I think he's got a natural angle to go run off 2 cushions to play the black into the same pocket he's playing this red into. Anywhere by the left-hand middle pocket would be okay for him. Just needs to drift around the table. Just composing himself. Walking around the table, he knows what he's going to do. They're both going bottom right. Just got to... the tallest player in the world, Alex. He's got to stretch. He's got it. Needs the white to slow down. It's gone a bit far again. But he's on it. Big shot. For the win. No! Wowzer. Oh, what's he done there? Ooh. What's he done there? Wow. course, from a black ball background, Jack is now wishing that it wasn't black ball rules, because I've seen black ball rules that wouldn't have been a foul. Clint Hansen in the background watching, one of Jack's best friends on the tour. How's his break? Does he get a ball? Gets a ball. One of the last balls moving. There's a red and yellow together, but there's balls around it to move it out. I thought for a minute the thing was going in here. And then sure enough, plunk, in the middle pocket it goes. Calls yellows. So as I said, there's a obvious ball to get into the hard one, the one nearest to it, bottom left. There's also the ball bottom right. Can he just flick the red away? He'd like to hit the red. Oh, that'll do nicely. That'll do nicely. I think the yellow goes bottom right next to the red. If it does, then he's got absolute roll-ins. Looks a little bit close for comfort. If it doesn't go, he can certainly play into it off this. Doesn't need to. Doesn't think he needs to. That means he's either playing it bottom right or he's playing it into the left middle. Clay thinks it goes. Flies in. Just checking what his margin of error is. It's always nice to know where your line of success is. You just need to get above that line of success and then you've pretty much got 2 foot up the table from there. He's made sure, shall we say. In fact, he's really made sure. But he's still fine. Hard luck to Alex, well done to Jack. I think Alex will feel like he might have left one out there. But Jack gets the win. Unlucky Alex. Could have been 4-0.
Right. Hollycan, Lauren Whitmore, please, on table 16. Table 17. Megan Proctor, Dawn Wright, please, table 17. Paula Boyd, Frankie Rogers, please, table 19. And Alice Day, Sharon Love, 20. If you're not too sure,